In this video, we will go through how to import company shareholder data into Csmart. Before doing this, you should have imported company data into Csmart. Please go through the import company data video to understand how to do this. Now, let's proceed. Click on Import Company. On this screen, search and select the company you would like to work with from this table. Once you have done that, please select Import Company Shareholder Data from the drop-down. Please note that you will see this option here only if you have imported company data into Csmart already. Click on Perform. This is the data entry screen for import shareholder data. This screen makes it very easy to import shareholder data into Csmart. Let's get started. If you see here, there are 3 buttons. Use these buttons to add, edit, or delete folios. Let's now add a new folio. Click on the green Add Folio button. This will open up the Add Folio screen. The Next Folio Number button populates the next folio number on the screen. If you already had a folio number 1 defined, Next Folio Number will populate this text field here with a value of 2. You can use the Copy Folio button to quickly copy over details from another folio. Ever so often, you might have a husband and a wife living in the same address as 2 separate folios. Using the Copy Folio button allows you to copy the details from another folio, saving you some typing effort. You can also populate the folio details from a director who was appointed. Let's use the Copy Folio button for this tutorial to save some time. Select the row from where you would like to copy and click on Copy. Enter the occupation as business. Now for the important part. This field here is where the DIN number has been populated. You need this field to be populated if you would like to say that this folio is in fact a director of the company. If this field is populated, then Csmart will generate the director shareholding register for this folio. Enter the remaining details, make sure that it's fine, and then click on Save. This will now create an entry under the folio tree and also create a new tab. This tab is like a member register in itself. It's a smart member register and you can see how in a few minutes. Now open up the physical member register for this folio and simply enter the details from the member register onto this tab. Let's go ahead and add an allotment. Right click on the table and select Add Allotment. You can similarly add an initial subscription as well. This will open up an allotment dialog. Enter the details as requested. Once you have done so, click on Add Allotment. You will see an entry for this allotment on the table. Let's quickly add another allotment for another folio. Create folio number 2. Click on Add Allotment and enter the details as requested. And finally click on Add Allotment. To edit an allotment, select the allotment and click on Edit Allotment. You can now edit the details. Let's now try to split a share certificate. Select the row you would like to split, right click and select Split. Enter the dates and then select green button to add a row. Enter the details as requested. Once you have done so, click on Split Shares. This will add a child entry to the parent allotment entry. It allows you to quickly keep track of what is a parent entry and what is a child entry, so that you will know what was the old share certificate number and what are the new share certificate numbers. Let's now try to transfer a share certificate. Select the entry you would like to transfer. Right-click and select Transfer. Enter the details as requested on the screen. If you don't see the transferee folio you want to transfer to, click on the green button and a new folio dialog will appear. Create your new folio, select it on the drop down here and click on Transfer. Once you have done that, you will now see that there is a child entry called Transfer on the parent entry. This same entry will be visible under Folio 3 as well. You can quickly go to the entry by right-clicking and select Go to Transferee Folio Entry. You can find if an entry is adding shares to a folio or removing them by looking at the direction of the blue arrows. If it's pointing downwards, it means it is coming into the folio, and upwards means the shares are getting transferred or transmitted out. Transmission is very similar to transfer. You select Transmit from the drop-down instead of Transfer and just follow the on-screen instructions. Finally, let's look at Reissue. To understand Reissue better, let us quickly transfer the other share certificate as well into Folio 3. Now select one of the entries you would like to reissue, and then right-click and select Reissue. Enter the details as requested. Now, if you would like to consolidate other share certificates and reissue it as one, tick the checkbox. The table will now show you a list of certificates which have a contiguous distinctive number range. Only these share certificates can be consolidated. Select the rows you would like to consolidate and select Reissue. You can multiple select rows by using Ctrl and selecting, or Shift and selecting the rows. Once you've selected Reissue, a new entry will appear on the folio and the old one will be cancelled. Remember, you don't need to save the entries being made here. The data will be automatically getting saved every minute. The data gets saved also if you close the import data screen. Just before clicking on import shares after completing all of your data entry for all of the folios, if you click on validate entries, you will get a table that shows you the list of errors. It will also show you under which folio the error was made. Once you click on that, it will take you to the folio and it will also show you which entry exactly is in error. If there are no errors, as in our case right now, it will just say that the data validation is successful. You can now click on import shares to import the data into the database.
Once you click on import data, you will get a new screen where you will need to provide the share certificate signing information on the particular date of issues. So you will have to provide the two directors and the authorized signatory who has signed the share certificate on that particular date. In case you're not able to find the particular director on that drop down, you can enter the name of the director directly on the drop down by clicking on it and typing on the drop down. Finally, once you're satisfied, click on Save.
This is how you would import company shareholder data into Csmart. Thank you very much for watching.